Hey guys, this week we can do any kind of video we wanted, so I decided to do a cooking video for you guys. I'm going to show you how to make some great recipes. Every week, me and my friends watch The Bachelor together, or I guess it's The Bachelorette right now. And this week I'm hosting at my house, so I'm going to make some food for everyone to eat while we're watching. So I'm going to take you along and show you guys what I'm making for tonight's episode. Okay, so to make the popcorn, I'm using half a cup of popcorn kernels, and I'm just using Walmart brand popcorn kernels. And then I'm using 2 tablespoons of canola oil. Then I'm just using this pan that we always use to make popcorn. But you can use any stovetop saucepan. You can also make popcorn in the microwave if that's easier for you, but I just like the taste better. So I'm just gonna go and pour in the kernels and then pour in my oil. And then I'm just gonna shake it to make sure that all the kernels are evenly coated with oil. Then I'm gonna put the top back on and turn on the heat. And I'm just putting it on medium to high heat and just letting it do its thing for a bit. So then I just turned the heat off once the popping stopped, and I quickly poured it into this bowl to make sure none of the kernels burned. And so for this popcorn, I'm just making the salty, buttery kind of popcorn. So I'm just gonna microwave about 2 tablespoons of butter. You can do as much or as little butter as you want. And now that it's melted, I'm just gonna add it into my popcorn. And I'm gonna quickly mix it all up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some salt. And then just a pinch of sugar. And I'm just gonna mix that up again. So that's how to make the salt and butter popcorn. Pretty simple. And now I'm gonna do the same thing. Make some more popcorn, and I'm gonna do the same steps as I did for the first one to bake it, but I'm gonna add different toppings so it has a different taste to it. I think I'm gonna go for more of a sweet candy style popcorn. But yeah, I'm just adding the same amount of popcorn kernels and oil and just popping it again. I'll check in with you guys once that's done. So again, I just quickly poured the popcorn into this bowl after it was done popping. So my brother requested that I make marshmallow popcorn, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off, I have a baking sheet that I lined with wax paper, and I'm just going to pour my popcorn onto this. And then I'm using half a stick of butter, half a bag of popcorn, which is about 3 cups of marshmallows, mini marshmallows, and then 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And so I'm just going to heat all that up, and we're going to pour it over the popcorn once it's melted down. So I'm going to start off by heating this pan on low, and I'm going to melt my half stick of butter on low heat. Okay, now that all the butter is melted, I'm going to go ahead and add in my brown sugar and then most of my marshmallows. And so now I'm just going to keep stirring this until it's all melted down into a sauce. So I'm just making sure I keep stirring it to make sure all of it's melted down, and I don't want any of it to burn. So just continue to stir it. And so now that it's all melted down, I'm just going to pour it over the marshmallows. And so that once it's all spreaded, I think it'd be fun. You can add some toppings. I'm just going to add some sprinkles. You could totally also add M&Ms, I just don't have any with me. Some other recipes also added like caramel, melted down caramel if you wanted like marshmallow and caramel popcorn. And so I'm just gonna let that cool for a while. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes, and now I'm gonna move this popcorn into the bowl. Okay, so I went ahead and added all of the popcorn from the cookie sheet to the bowl. And I also added a few more marshmallows that are whole. I didn't melt them or anything. And the longer you let it sit out, the more it will kind of dry and harden and become less sticky. So you definitely want to make this ahead of time. Otherwise, if you eat it right away, it's going to be really sticky, which might be good. So the next thing I'm going to make are just brownies. I'm using this box mix, and I'm just going to do what the directions say and make a big pan of them. So I'm actually going to make 2 kinds of brownies. I'm going to make s'more brownies and then regular brownies. So the first thing I'm going to do is grease all the pans. And so for my s'mores, I'm going to take graham crackers. I'm going to line the bottom as carefully as I can. I'm actually going to cut these a little bit so they fit better. So I just went ahead and lined it, and I cut the graham crackers to size so they fit nicely in the pan. And then I'm going to pour in just enough batter. Now I'm going to put them in the oven for as long as it says. I went ahead and added some marshmallows on top of the s'mores one so they can start to melt into the brownie. Look how much the marshmallows have grown in size. They're starting to brown a little bit too. Okay, so I went ahead and took this pan of brownies out because it looked like it was done and I didn't want it to overcook. But the other one was still a little gooey, so I'm going to let it bake a little bit longer. Okay, so I just took this s'mores brownie out and I did add some more marshmallows. I don't know if I said that earlier. To the chop just to cover it some more, and I didn't want them to get too brown. So after I let both of these cool a bit, I already went ahead and cut these plain brownies. And I'm going to actually add some chocolate drizzle to the top of these s'more ones before I cut them because they're still a little bit warm. So then after the chocolate cooled, I went ahead and cut the brownies and I popped one out so you guys could see what the inside looked like. And then I went ahead and made some lemonade for the watch party as well, and I just made the liter-size Crystal Light, just water, ice, and the Crystal Light packet, and just stirred it together. And then this is what the final presentation looked like. I had guac, chips, pretzels, salsa, soda, lemonade, and just some other snacks along with the popcorn I made and the brownies. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!
Batting sixth, the designated